Hi. A couple months ago, I went to the real location where the 127 hours incident took place.
Cross the street from your storefront cemetery. Hear me hailing from inside and realize
I live in California. I drove all the way to Canyonlands, Utah, and recorded myself visiting and finding the actual exact location where Boulder pinned Aaron Ralston in 2003 for 127 hours, where he then made the decision to cut off his own arm using the dull pocket knife and escaping just by the brink of death. I think it's one of my favorite, really just survival stories, and also one of my favorite movies of all time. So I filmed the video and the reception was amazing. You guys gave a lot of love to me finding it, to me being very, very dumb for going to a spot alone, where the whole point of the story is to not go to a spot alone. But it's one of my favorite videos, and it was honestly one of my favorite experiences just because of how much the whole kind of situation and movie means to me. So while James Franco has a bad day in the background, I kind of wanted to go over one of the biggest kind of questions and comments that I got about the whole situation. And that was if what I was holding and what I was looking at was the actual physical boulder that fell on Aaron Ralston. While I knew for sure I was in the exact right location, you can obviously see a documentary where Aaron Ralston goes back, and it was where I was. You can see some construction on the top rock where they used some pulleys to actually get the rock, get the arm out of the rock. I knew I was in the exact right location, and then seeing some of the comments where it was like, oh, is that the actual boulder? Honestly, at first, I didn't really think too much of. I was like, no shit, it's the real boulder. I don't know, it looks like it to me. What I had my camera on and what I was putting my arm against, that was not the physical boulder that fell on Aaron. The boulder itself was removed with hydraulic jacks, some pulleys, and I think even blown up a little bit, so completely demolished to remove the arm and to clear out the area. So the boulder that I was looking at was actually behind the one that actually fell on Aaron. So technically it wasn't actually the boulder, but in the documentary where Aaron Ralston first went back to visit the location, he has a slight mention where he looks down to his feet and says, yeah, like that's part of the boulder. So I guess when they blew it up, they removed most of it, but what I was standing on was actually the physical boulder that fell on Aaron Ralston. So it's technically, parts of it are still there, but the rock that I was showing was not the true boulder.
It was approximately 2:45 p.m. when he encountered this boulder blocking his path.
Are we standing on the
That's the boulder.
That's the Bill and Boulder.
That's the boulder, yep.
It's now near the bottom of the canyon.
Yeah, I'll say I was wrong. What I was looking at was not the actual boulder. I was actually standing on it. The location where my arm was and everything about it was the exact same spot, but the boulder was actually just in a little bits of rubble underneath my feet. So honestly, I'm actually pretty happy to learn that because I think it clears up a good amount of confusion about what is still there. And going back to what I said where there were some aspects that made people confused, I don't know why I didn't point it out in the original video. I think I was just very caught up in the moment while being there. But there's like this white piece on the right of that rock that is still there that's kind of sticking out. And a lot of people asked, is that the bone? First, I don't know what exactly it was, but it's like, it's kind of like the material of like a paper mache or something. It was like really dried like paper that was stuck into the right of that boulder. I don't know if it was like someone trying to be funny or if it just had, like, I don't know why it was there or why I didn't mention it, but that's all it was. None of the arm actually still remains because like I did say, they removed the rock, they gave the arm back to Aaron Ralston, which he incinerated and then spread the ashes on the location. So I guess theoretically it's still there, but not physically. It's a good way to put it. What are you doing, Aaron? What are you doing, James Franco? Chipping away. So that was honestly the biggest question I wanted to confirm from that video was what I was looking at the actual boulder? And no, it wasn't.